What is up, Toms and She-Cats? Spooky here, and I found out yesterday that my dad passed away on Saturday night. He overdosed. He was only 41. Growing up, he was hardly ever there for me, yet when I found out the other day, it still hit me so hard. I'm in shock. I heard about this before I had to go to work the other day, so I still tried and went to work. I tried to hold it in, but it felt like I was drowning. I found myself zoning out. My ears were ringing, but I managed to get through my shift and got home. So I just wanted to talk about this, get things off my chest, because this feels like a bad dream. I wish it was just that. My dad was my mom's first actual love. I'm my father's only offspring. They were a young couple when they had me. My mother would bust her ass working to take care of me. She would try to get my dad to watch me, but he'd rather go off and party. The few times I was with him, I can remember. I remember going into the woods, finding lizards and snakes, going camping, getting my shoes stuck in the mud. I remember baby bunnies at one point. They were kept at my late grandmother's house, my dad's mom. Cute white bunnies. I named one Snowball and loved him. My father and his side of the family couldn't keep up with their care, so they gave them away. I missed Snowball. Turns out he went to some little boy, so I hope he took good care of him. I remember going to a zoo or something like that. There used to be some old pictures of it. Then one day when I was with my father, unbeknownst to my mother, he had taken me to a party. There was a big hill and a river. It was sunset, and I was near the river's edge, watching the rushing water. I could have fallen in. Someone pulled me away from the edge. Later on the same night, my mother got off work and arrived. My parents started arguing on the big hill. That was years ago. After that, everything was mostly a blur. My father came to the house we lived in and smashed a guitar in the driveway. And I can remember a car accident. My dad was driving with some other woman in the passenger seat. Someone hit the back of the car, where I was seated. The cops arrived, and I threw up on one of the officer's shoes. Eventually, I stopped going to see my father and his side of the family. I couldn't put up with it. So many things had happened. I feel bad. My grandma and grandpa passed away on my dad's side. I regret not seeing them before they passed. The last time I saw my father, he was in jail in another state. He was caught with the wrong people, caught with drugs. My grandma drove me out there so I could see him. I couldn't hug him or anything. I was only able to see him on a screen. He looked horrible. There was an inmate behind him scratching his junk in the background. Once he finally got out of jail, I told him if he ever wanted to, we could meet up at McDonald's and see each other. But we never got to. Part of me is just disappointed in him. But mostly I'm just really sad now. I wish he could have gotten off the drugs. I wish things would have turned around. Even though he was hardly there for me, never wished me a happy birthday. He was my dad. And I miss him so much.